Good morning, students. So, today we are going to start our exercise 5.1, and first question is study and complete the following pattern. We are going to study, that is, we are going to see what are all the things are given and what we are to fill. That is, what is incomplete, we have to see and fill it down. Okay, so here the first pattern says 1 into 1 equal to 1, then 11 into 11 equal to 121. This is a very easy pattern actually. So if you understand, it is very easy. See, first you have to take 1, that is 1 1, then next 2 1, next 3 ones, next 4 ones, and next 5 ones. The same number you should multiply by itself. Then what you will get? 1 1 2 1 1 2 3 2 1. See, 1 and 1 2 and the same first number will come. Then 1 2 3 and the same first two numbers will come at the reverse order. Then what will come here? It will be 1 2 3 4 3 2 1. See, middle number you should take and round. Okay, here you can round, here you can round. Here the first number is the middle number. That's okay. Leave that. And for all other things you can watch. Sorry, here 4 will come. Okay, so let us see how to do this. The middle number means if your number, the total number of digits is 7, then the fourth number will be your middle number. And if your total number is 9, then fifth one will be your middle number. Okay, so if we take the fourth number as this, you can watch 1 2 3 and 3 2 1. If you take this in also in reverse order, then it will be the same. See, 1 2 3 and 1 2 3, again 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4. Okay, it is very easy actually. Then if you see the second pattern, you can just think this is little bit tough. Not tough, but you should think, and if you think clearly and observe this clearly, then you can easily understand. 3 plus 6, 9. 6 plus 9, okay, leave it. So if you see only one thing in a pattern, it will not be right. You should check whether all the things are in same wise. That is, if you add these two, you will get the third one. If you add these two, you will get the third one. Is it? Yeah, you are getting it. So if you see two or more similarities in the pattern, then you can decide that that is nothing but the pattern. Okay, that is, if you add these two, you will get this upper box. You will get if you add these two, you will get the upper box. Like that, if you add these two, you will get the upper box. Like that, if you add these two, you will get the upper box. Like that, you should think. Okay. See, I have completed the other boxes by adding these two and putting it up. Adding these two and putting it up. Okay, like that, if you go on do, then you can complete the pattern very quick. Okay. The next second question is, find next three numbers in the following patterns. 50, 51, 53, 56 and 60. Okay. You can see the pattern generating these numbers is 50. Then you'll add 1 to 50. Okay, that is 50 plus 1. Then you'll add this number, you take 51, right? So add 2. Here you are adding 0. Here you are adding 1. Next, with this number you are adding 2. Then what is the final answer for this? It is 53. With this number you will add 3. Then what is the final answer for this? 56. Then with this number you will add 4. Like that it goes on. So the answer, the last three numbers of this will be 65, 71 and 78. Okay. Like that, the second pattern. 77, 69, 61 and 53. Here you can see all the numbers are subtracted by 8. Okay. Then the last three numbers will obviously be 45, 37 and 29. Okay. If you see the third pattern, you will get confused, right? It is very easy. See, 10, you will add 10 to 10, you will get 20. You will add 20 to 20, it will get 40. Then you will add 40 and 40, you will get 80. You will add 80 and 80, you will get 160. You will add 160 plus 160, you will get 320, 640. Like that it goes on. But only we need the next three numbers. Those are these only. Okay. Next. 2 1 3 3. 3 2 1 4 4 4. 4 3 2 1 by 5 5 5 5. Why I read this like this? Because to understand what is a pattern given here, if you take this 2 and 1, you will put double 3. The next number to the first number is 3. So you will put 3 3. Then next you will add 3 here. Then 3 2 1 equal to the next number to 3 is 4. You will put the 4 3 times. Okay, 4 4 4. Okay, like that. Then 4 3 2 1. What is the next number to 4? It is 5. So you will put 5 4 times. 5 5 5 5 like that. Next it will be 5 4 3 2 1 divided by 6 6 6 6 6. Because after 5 the number will be 6, right? So I put 6 5 times. Then 6 5 4 3 2 1 and by 7 7 7 7 7 6 times. Okay. So see, the last three numbers is 5 4 3 2 1 by 6 6 6 6 6 and 6 5 4 3 2 1 by 7 7 7 7 7 7 and 7 6 5 4 3 2 1 by 8 8 8 8 8 8 8. Okay. Third one. Consider the Fibonacci sequence. You already know what is this Fibonacci sequence. I already told you. First number will be 1 and the second number will be 1. Then add these two and put here. Then add these two and put here. Then add these two and put here. Add these two and put here. Like that it goes on. Observe and complete the following table by understanding the number pattern followed. After filling the table, discuss the pattern followed in addition and subtraction of the numbers of the sequence. It is very easy. Let me show what is this. First, it is already given. The pattern is already given. It is 1 plus 3 equal to 4 and 5 minus 1 equal to 4. This is not the exact answer for everything. This is just a simple model, I can say. Model for the next numbers. How can we find this? See the relation between these two. Then you can easily find the answer. Here you have 4 and here also you have 4. That is, in the answer you are having 4. And also, the both answers are same. This is a very good clue for the pattern. Okay, you can easily find the next lines using this pattern. So it is 1 plus 3 4. So if you add these and get this number, then the same number will be here, right? And also you will subtract always 1. Then you can find when you add these two, you will get this number. I'll show you how. It is, see, 1 plus 3 plus 8 is what? 12. Okay. So you will put the same number out here and put minus 1 here. Now add 12 and 1. You will get 13, right? So put the number in the before. The next 1 plus 3 plus 8 plus 21. It is 33. Put 33 here. Put minus 1 here. Then add these two. You will get 34. You should not add 33 and minus 1. You should add 33 and 1. That's it. Okay. The 1 is not the symbol of 1. Sorry, the minus is not the symbol of 1, right? So it is general symbol. So if you add all these, you will get 88, right? So put it here. Then what you will do? Add 1 to it. You will get 89. Put it in the front. Okay. Then the fourth question. Complete the following patterns. Let us see how to complete all these patterns. Okay. Patterns is very easy only. See, I have completed. Okay, these three are the answers. You have to just see. This A is straight, right? So you should turn it like this. I'll show you how the second A came. See, when you turn this at 90 degree, what you'll get? The sidewise A facing towards right side. That only is given in the next pattern. Then again, what you'll do? Turn it upside down, then turn it left. Like that you should do N and W. I've done the answers for you, right? Next, this is nothing but likewise what we can say this symbol as. I've drawn all the patterns for you. The underlined are the missing patterns. Okay. Then here what is this? Arrows. Now see, what is the, see, when you not given this answer, you should find it. How means, see, this arrow is pointing towards this side, right? Then the next arrow, that is the diagonal arrow, is pointing towards the opposite side of this arrow. So it is like this and this is like this. Then you have found one thing. The arrows are opposite. The diagonal arrows will be opposite to each other in the direction. Okay, so if this is this and this is this, like that, if you see that when this is like this, then obviously the next, that is the last missing arrow will be pointing towards the opposite direction of the diagonal arrow. That is, if it is like this, then it will be like this. That's it. Okay. The fifth question is, find the HCF of the following pair of numbers using Euclid's scheme. We are going to find three different set of HCF of different numbers by Euclid's scheme. Okay, the first set is 25 and 35. So Euclid's scheme states that you should take the second number subtracted by the first number as the second number for the HCF. Okay, don't confuse. Okay, the numbers are given as 25 and 35, right? So first number will be the same, 25, 25. Okay, the second number will change now. It will change to 35 minus 25. You will get 10. Okay, so you have to find the HCF of 25 and 10. So when you divide 25, that is, if you take the prime factors of 25, you will get 5 and 5. 5 into 5. Then 10 is 2 into 5. Okay, so you will get HCF as 5. That's it. Then HCF of 36 minus 12. What you will get? You will get 2 into 2 into 3 into 3, 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So one pair is ready, another pair is ready, but another pair is ready. These two you should leave. 2 into 2 into 3. For each pair you should represent one number, right? So 2 into 2 into 3. Then, so the answer will be 12. HCF of 15, 29 minus 15. You will get what? You will get 15 as 3 into 5 into 1. Here I have put 1. I will tell you why later. 14 is 2 into 7 into 1. If you see, compare, you don't have any common factor between 15 and 14. No common prime factors. So what can we do? So we already know every number has its own common factor. It is 1. Every two numbers has own common factors. It is 1. So we are putting 1 here and common is 1. So put 1 here. That's it. HCF of 48 and 28. The sixth question is nothing but HCF. Find the HCF of 48 and 28. Also find the HCF of 48 and the number obtained by finding their difference. First we are going to find the difference, HCF of 48 and 28. For that we have to do prime factor division. This is called prime factor division. So now we have to start always from 2. If the number is, if you take 31, so then it is already a prime number. So you don't have to start with the number 2. You have to straight away go with 31. See, if that number is an even number, then obviously you should start with the number 2. Okay, then 2 means 24, 2 means 12, 2 means 16, 2 means 3, then 3, 3, 1. Okay, so this will be your prime factors. Put it here. Then next, this will be your prime factors. Put it here. Then you should take the common factors out. Here, and only you have 2 set of common factors. So for each common factor, you should represent one number. So your answer will be HCF of 48 and 28 will be 4. Okay. Now the next part of the question is, we have to find the HCF of 48 and the number obtained by the finding their difference. That is, our first set of numbers are 48 and 28, right? So now what you should do means, the first number will be obviously 48 and the second number will change now. What does that means? If you subtract 28 from 48, what will be the answer? You will get 20. So 20 will be your second number. Okay. So now you have to find the HCF of these two numbers. first you should already we have found the prime factors of 48, so keep it as it is, and then you should write the prime factors of 20 by dividing the 20 by prime factorization method. You will get 2, 10 and 2, 5 and 5, 1. Okay, so you will get the answer as 2 into 2 into 5. Now you should take the common factors out. You have two set of common factors, which is 2 and 2. Take one of them out and multiply and put the answer as 4. Okay. Seventh question in this is, give instructions to fill in a bank withdrawal form issued by in a bank. Okay, so when you go to withdraw money in bank, they'll give a form and you should fill all the given details correctly and give it. When you give it, they'll issue the money to you. Okay, so we have to write the steps included. The steps are, the name should be written in capital letters from left to right. Always you will write obviously, but in your detail it should be given. So then write the date of withdrawal on the right top of the corner of the form. That is, if this is a form, then in the right top corner the date will be provided. That is, it will be written date and the one dash will be given. You have to fill the withdrawal date there. Okay, then you have to fill the amount in words in the withdrawn to be in the space provided. Here there will be some space provided for you. You have to write the words in that is the amount in words. That is, if you are withdrawing 5,000, then you have to write 5 and 1,000 like that. Next step is, write the amount in figures to be written. If that is 5,000, then you should write 5,000 like this. Okay. The last step is, put your signature at the right bottom above the signature of the depositor. See, here at the last it will be given signature of the depositor. Then you should put your sign up here. Okay, like this you should put. Okay. In the 8th question, you have to write the name of your classmates. Okay, in the order of alphabetic order. Okay,